Is Vision alive? That is a big question, guys. Technically,
I hope so.
I don't know.
Yeah.
So many questions. I know he got his head kind of crushed in, or his skull crushed in there, and
Boy.
he died twice. I just
Poor
have to
Vision.
keep saying that because, like, he had a terrible, like, 2 deaths by Wanda first because there was no choice, and they had to destroy his Infinity Stone, and the other time was through Thanos and his glove. No. So, anywho, guys, welcome back. Storm here.
Mom here.
Give me here.
Hi, guys.
Hi.
We're very excited to
Hi.
be getting into the 5th episode. And this one's called On a Very Special Episode, ... So I don't know if that's a full title or once I click on it, it might show more. But on a very special episode, I think we're going to go back and forth between Wanda's vision again, where the side cuts, like we keep having these different like widescreen, full screen cuts, like ratios
That's right,
in this.
yeah.
So that's kind of fun how they keep doing that because even last episode it was more widescreen, but it's dramatic and how they shrink the sides in when we're adjusting to the old school shows to the present time. It just gives you that like honing in on like holy crap, like reality is changing.
Yes.
Right,
And
coming closer.
I feel like
really painted-
devastation and it's like
Yes.
powerful and I'm like but Monica, so we know Monica, of course, we were saying last time, we kind of second guessing sometimes. There's so many characters in the Marvel universe that we're like, oh, Monica, and Kim, you were the one who noticed that first, that she is the daughter of Maria,
Yes,
who is Carol's
Filipina.
best friend, and loved her character. It's been a little while since we saw Captain Marvel. I wanted to say that with the chaos of the beginning of last episode, with everyone who blipped coming back, you know, like we were like, holy crap, like just taking in everything. That when she was even talking about, well, what are you talking about? My mom, she was just here. She was doing well. And it's been 3 years since she passed away.
yeah, sad.
So it was very tragic. But in the moment, I was very sad. But I didn't really let it absorb that that could have been Maria, that was Maria. And I'm like, that's so sad because I loved her character. I mean, it's so many
I did
years
too.
later.
She was a
Oh,
great
yes.
friend to Carol.
Sure
Yeah.
was, yeah.
I know that was so many years ago too. Like, I mean, she's a lot older now. I'm thinking of her present, you know, in Captain Marvel that decade.
And how cool was she to have a plane on her property?
I know.
That's right, yeah.
Yeah, I really enjoyed that movie.
Like
I mean,
that.
I know it wasn't the best Marvel movie, but I did
Yeah.
find it enjoyable.
I did like
That was
her
good.
though, and she's following in her mom's footsteps.
Yeah,
Yeah, she is.
How great is that?
yeah. And she even said, like, at the end, she goes, "This is all Wanda." You know, I love her being a focus, like a main focus now. I think she's a cool character, Monica. But I'm worried about Wanda. We kind of knew that she was probably doing this reality thing herself. I just hope that there's something more going on and it's not just her. Because she is a good person. I know she's not full, pure superhero, I guess, because everyone has their problems. And she has a lot of them, unfortunately. You know, because her being a villain, which is kind of hard to say, but she's controlling all these people against their will. And it looks like she gets upset when people try to break it on her. Like when Monica was in there and she's like, you're an outsider. And she got really like, and she tried to fix everything after she, you know, exiled her. So it's kind of like, okay, well, she's quickly trying to be like, okay, everything's fine. Look, everything's perfect again. Okay. So she's like controlling all these people to do what she wants to have her perfect life. Which, again,
Right.
sad, understand, but not cool.
No, and
Yes,
I'm
it
wondering if there's another entity really controlling her, because then you'll see every once in a while this control room, this like monitoring her. I'm wondering if it's still part of the team where Monica's in right now,
Yeah.
like where the military base is there. I'm wondering if it's the same or if it's the different. Maybe
Yeah, I
it's-
was going to
That'd be
quickly
great.
say, but you might have a point there. I was going to say that they were showing similar clips in Sword's lab, you know, so I think that
Yeah.
was their
Okay.
lab.
Yeah.
Okay.
Because they showed a couple scenes that were almost exact to what we saw before.
Okay. Well, then that would make sense then.
But you never know. So I'm hoping that this world expands, and I really hope someone else, unfortunately, is in control of Wanda, and it's not fully her doing it. One big question, too, is when Monica was there and kind of abrupt, like made everything change and get more realistic, talking about her brother and stuff. And once she exiled her and looked at Vision, we saw dead Vision with a crushed skull.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah.
that was
So it makes you think, because we were kind of debating that the characters might be just fabricated and made into reality through Wanda's mind and not actually like physically real people. And then we were like, okay, well maybe some of them could be real and maybe some are still fabricated because we still don't know this reality yet. We're learning bits and pieces every episode. But it seems like all these people last episode, they're actually figuring out went missing. So they're actual people in here, right? So was that actually Vision dead? Was that his dead body floating around? You know what I mean? Like that's what kind of...
You know what?
That's so morbid. And that might be a great possibility. So I was really thinking about it after we watched last episode. And even though she saw it, I thought she was just having a traumatic memory lapse of like reality, but it wasn't physically him. Like I was thinking maybe he was still fabricated. But once they were writing on that board in Sword saying like, is Vision alive? Like, of course, that's one of the questions you would have, but to have that actually written makes it more real where I'm like, okay, well, is he still alive? Which I know he's dead, but I wonder if his body is still kind of like animated. So he's like a zombie. Yes. So that's really creepy. So she's having this loving, which is sad, but really messed up that she's having a loving relationship with a dead guy.
You never know. And there could be another possibility where everyone in Westview that was blipped and came back, they're under her control, but the people in her neighborhood are really people taking care of her or doing something to control her down, like tell her down. You never know.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, you know what, too? Because a couple people, like her neighbor and stuff, kind of like say things to almost like they're protecting her. You're right. Yeah. It's like, oh, she's like an outsider. You can't trust Geraldine. Agnes. Yeah, so that is very interesting because they do interact differently that way. And then even Dottie, too.
In the hospital room, like wherever she is, whatever room she's in. In when we find out, like they're really with her. Mm-hmm. And then everyone else is just in that blip that's controlled by her. I don't know.
And then we see like things rewind and jump sometimes, and Wanda saying no, and then things resetting to a better thing. So I don't know. I mean, I think like during certain moments she does it, but other times I'm like, I don't know if she's aware of it or not. I'm not quite sure. But anyway, so many questions. I'm hoping we see more of both worlds in this one. And we do see, I think we're back in the shows now. I do see Wanda and Agnes, right?
Yeah,
and yeah, so we will see. It looks kind of like Married with Children.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm. To me, it looks like Family Ties.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Could be either.
Although I didn't really watch Married with Children, but I saw a little bit of it. I remember Mom wouldn't let me watch that because I was just like, you can't.
I never.
I get that because like I get it. Like you wouldn't let us watch any adult shows and stuff growing up. That's why we love Disney so much. Woohoo! But not complaining at all though. I love that.
Family Ties was a great show.
Never saw Family Ties. What show does this remind you of, guys?
Michael.
Yeah, that's right.
Michael J. Fox was in it.
Oh, I liked him a lot.
Yeah.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
Wow. Okay, I didn't know that. Yeah. All right, you guys ready?
Ready.
105. Her here.
For some reason, Charles Darwin's The Descent of Man made him cry even harder. Oh.
Go here.
Dancing.
It's like we're on a date.
Magic.
Now, I know parents aren't supposed to take shortcuts, but I think this situation calls for one.
Just watch what you do.
Yeah. Kids know.
It was your past.
Oh my God.
Earwax.
Oh, gross.
I was like, he doesn't have ears. Hi, neighbor. Yeah.
So 80s.
Here, and I've got a couple of tricks up my sleeve.
Oh, Agnes, you're a lifesaver.
When was the last time you washed your hands? Actually, you know what? You just maybe we better not.
Should we just take it from the top?
Take it from the top?
Oh, so she...
It's almost like she's...
Is she not good?
It's almost like she's directing it. Like, I don't know.
She's like, are you sure you trust me?
That's right, yeah.
Oh, my God.
Oh, my God. What the heck?
What's that about?
Lavender. Ralph sprays it on me every night, but there's no taming this tiger.
Oh, my God.
Maybe should be spraying on top again.
I'm just looking for your dark liquor.
What?
For the twins. What kind of babysitter do you think?
Yeah, she's totally not caring for the...
Mommy? Daddy?
What?
Oh,
What?
Kids.
like she couldn't take the
control
babies.
him.
Can't control him.
Oh, that's not good.
She seems like she's a bigger part of it or something.
Yeah.
Yeah, I think so.
Oh, that's kind of a fun intro.
Ooh.
Wanda's doing that.
That's like
Oh my gosh.
Full House.
Ah,
Oh, yeah.
Tommy.
She's in Tommy. Wow.
Because they had one single birthday.
Yeah, I guess so.
1, 2, 3, 4, 5.
What's the first thing you do remember?
Pain. And then Wanda's voice. It was grief.
Mighty glad to have you back, Captain.
I'm
How you
mighty
feeling?
glad.
Like myself.
Well, thank heavens for that.
Monica, I know. I'm a big fan.
We're gonna need to take these again. There's something wrong with the machine.
Does Maximoff have an alias?
No, sir.
No funny nickname?
Not a one.
Lagos and Germany. We all know how that turned out.
Yeah, but she didn't mean to
Thanks,
do that.
Yeah.
I try not to speak ill of people.
Then allow me. Hayward's a dude.
Terrorists.
My point is, I don't believe she has a political agenda or any inclination toward destruction.
Monica, she blasted you halfway across New Jersey.
Listen, I don't believe this is a premeditated act of aggression.
You don't. Until very recently, it was the top secret location of the Vision's corpse.
Is it all in pieces?
When was this?
9 days ago,
trying to put
Maximoff
Vision
stormed
together.
our facility, stole the Vision's body, and resurrected him.
He didn't want to be anybody's weapon.
Maximoff, in her grief, disregarded his wishes.
What happens when he learns the truth?
If he can think for himself, I don't know. She might have full control over him.
Oh, we have to get him clean so Mommy will let us
Oh,
keep
shoot.
him. Oh no, Mommy's
What
coming.
is it?
Bless you.
Thank you.
Now tell me which one of you just barked.
It's a puppy.
Oh my God.
Oh boy.
Can we keep him, Mommy?
Well, I'm sure his owners miss him very much.
He was outside, crying.
Ask your neighbors first.
Oh,
Oh my God.
Now, boys, cuddles and kisses between his little ears.
Okay.
Okay.
How's he gonna react?
Hi, kiddos.
Oh, Agnes.
And she knew about the doghouse.
Ooh.
About Sparky.
She picked the name.
Agnes was right there.
And she did it right in front of her.
See, he's questioning it.
Don't think you're ready to properly care for an animal until you're at least.
Oh, in front of
my
them?
goodness. Oops.
I like him.
Yeah, I do too.
I've got it.
But I can't guarantee the hex won't just mind wipe you as you go in. It's what I'm calling the anomaly because of its hexagonal shape. It's starting to catch on. You really want to go back in there?
Wanda's twins are hers. Everything might look fake in the TV, but everything in there is real. She could have taken out Thanos on her own if he hadn't initiated a blitz.
Captain Marvel came close.
Her powers came from.
It's sad because
too, right?
Oh, yeah.
connection.
Are not. Can I borrow this?
Whoa, 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 whoa.
You can't hurt them. It's like armor. Oh my God, they flat. They're flat.
What the heck?
Bulletproof vest on when you went inside, didn't you?
So you're telling me this is a typewriter, a Rolodex, and a calendar all in one? What else can it do? Find me a wife?
Eventually, yes.
It's a hell of a
Yes, it
technology
could.
with computer's vision. Looks like you. Oh, hey, look. We got electronic mail already. Letter opener.
Ah, we don't need that. We're already cutting edge.
High levels of radiation present at perimeter. Effect on
Him now. There's somebody on the outside.
And they laugh because it's just part of the
Come on, pal.
show.
We're gonna write back. Please help me. What day is it? How long has it been? I have to call my sister.
Norm.
She's taking care of her dad. He's sick. Where's my phone?
Yourself, Norm.
Make her stop! Now tell me this.
Oh my God.
If I send an email,
You gotta go show Dad.
Oh, he's at work.
It's Saturday.
No, it's not. It's Monday.
This morning was Saturday.
Look, he just
Everyone's questioning it, but
needed
her.
a distraction.
From what? From us? Do you have a brother, Mom?
Oh.
I do.
Plane? No.
Stay here.
Sparky!
Be careful, Sparky.
Oh my god.
Sword's trying to get in.
I'll bring in the. Okay.
Oh yeah.
Wanda, this is Captain Monica Rambeau. Can you hear me?
Ooh.
No joy.
Oh boy, cries. Yeah.
Take the shot.
What?
Take the shot?
The shot. No, he's too aggressive.
What?
Oh,
No, the kids are there. We don't even know about the
What the
kids.
heck?
See, just to react like
this is
that.
not
You don't
good.
understand
Yeah.
the situation.
He's been negative right from the start.
Oh jeez.
They think she's gonna come out after that, probably, maybe.
She is.
Whoa.
Ooh, ooh, ooh.
She's like, here's your stinking
Oh, I don't know.
You can hardly blame us, Wanda.
I think I can. You don't bother me. I won't bother you.
I wish it could be that simple.
You're still here.
Uh-oh. Don't hurt her.
Ooh.
I have what I want.
Yeah, but you're destroying other lives.
Yes, she is.
Whoa.
No way.
Oh,
against him.
Wow, so much control.
Whoa.
A stronger wall.
Yeah, looks like it.
Wow.
Now you can see this one.
You need Lagos brand paper towels. The most
Lagos.
absorbent paper towel available. But when you make a mess, you didn't mean to.
Okay, Lagos. What does that mean? We're supposed to know
Lagos.
that, right?
Yes.
Sparky! Sparky!
He's like an actual lion or something.
Found him in my azalea bushes. Didn't find him until it was too late.
Oh, he's actually dead.
Oh.
You can fix anything, Mom. Fix it dead.
Fix dead.
We can't reverse death.
Use some.
Some things are
Like
forever.
our brother in Vision.
You can't control me the way you do them.
Huh.
Can't I?
Can't I? And scene.
No way.
Can't I? Whoa.
I don't know what you're talking about.
Stop lying to me!
Ooh.
Ooh.
All of this.
Here's your neighbor.
Mm-hmm.
I didn't do that.
Maybe she's not fully in control.
Well,
Don't
who's
end it there. Okay, I'm like, don't end it there.
Whoa, who's there?
Did she bring back somebody who was dead?
Is that her brother? No.
Silver.
Oh my god! It's the guy from
It's the guy
X-Men!
from
It's the same
X-Men.
character, but they
Yes.
what? Oh,
Recast Pietro?
recast! How great from the because that's the actual character, but he was an X-Men.
Who's a popsicle?
He's the popsicle.
Oh god.
And he didn't change, so she'd made him not change, so.
Wow, this is a great. I like this episode a lot. That was
Man.
insane.
Wow. God.
So it's really starting to waken her up now.
Yes.
Yeah, I like
really
how
nice.
Vision really he gets what's going on. Like slowly but surely he's
Finally,
getting.
yes.
And
definitely.
before things would rewind when he would start questioning, and then it would be like he forgot. But now for some reason, I don't know if it's because it's out of Wanda's control, but Vision's remembering more and retaining it, and she's not trying to
Oh,
reset
sure
him.
is.
Yes.
Or whatever's
and other
resetting.
people
Gosh, yeah.
and other people in the cast are like his office mate Norm is reaching out to him like help. Like he's the only one who can help Wanda really.
Yeah. And
yes.
he uses his mind power too to kind of reset because he
Yes.
gets it, so he's touching them to reset their mind or open
Oh,
them up to
wow.
reality. And when they are like, it hurts, he's like, it hurts. Like, where's my sister? What do you say? My parent or my father's
My
like sick or sister or someone's
Yeah.
sick.
Yeah, his father's
Oh my
sick.
God.
And I'm like, oh my God. And you know that these people, they can't control it. Like they're completely taken over. And so when he goes back to reality and is panicking, like everyone has something going on. So it's really sad that they were that removed from their life and to the point where this guy, like hopefully his family member's still alive. But yeah, so very dark and
Oh wow.
Yeah, and Agnes
Something.
is allowed to see this change.
yeah,
She
and she's
was
okay
there
with
when
it.
she knows all about the dog. She brought the dog house over,
That's
Right
it,
away.
The name,
Yeah.
she gave the idea for the dog's name.
Yeah.
She was cool with them
That's right.
changing into 10-year-olds right in front of her. So
That's
she's,
something else.
it's almost like she's helping Wanda achieve
Yeah.
these.
I'm really starting to see that too this episode, because she was the first one she saw in the first episode, right? And she's just always there, and like her best friend, of course, but she is right there to respond right when something happens. Like Geraldine, Monica at the time, like she went over to see Wanda and she was in labor, and then she helped her give birth. So she was kind of right there as well. Yeah. But I feel like that was just different because it was part of the story. But I really think that Agnes now is playing a bigger part, where I don't know if she's controlling this area, but
right,
I'm kind
or she's at least an ally of Wanda and allowing her to go through these motions.
Yeah. I'm kind of thinking that she might have control of this as well. There's just so much to figure out, to know. And one disturbing thing too is the kids. So again, I know straightforward, you would think that the kids are people like everyone else, because now we know that everyone is under control and they're actual flesh and blood.
That's right.
And these are the only kids that are aging really fast. And Monica said...
There are no other kids around.
There are no other kids around. And Monica, I believe, said that, or was it Darcy, but one of them said that those kids are real.
Monica
like, that's
said that.
Freaky. Yeah. That's freaky as heck. So... Are they actually your kids? I mean, you can say that they are, but was it because she was in her mind that she just knows those are her kids for real? I mean, it's all fake reality, so she made this reality true. So it really makes you wonder. So if they are, maybe she made it, like changed the reality where they were actually someone else's infants, and then she made them hers, and she's aging them up against their will, or they're aging themselves up, and they have witch powers most likely.
So they must have powers too,
you know, directly from her. So there's so many questions, and if they're actually Vision's kids, which I wouldn't know how that would work, but hey, you know what? Who knows?
Stranger things happen.
Yeah, and you know, Vision too, like being able to question all of this, and now I'm like, holy crap! So that has to be. I mean, she went in and she actually stole his body and resurrected him. Like, yes, we heard that. What does that even mean? Is he just a shell that she controls? So once all this stops, he's dead again? Or did she recreate like a different Vision? Because, oh, you've never acted like this. Well, he doesn't remember anything, probably because he's a new version of Vision. He's not the original.
Vision, it's only the Westview version.
Definitely. Yeah, and he doesn't know anything else. And he was always very calm and, you know, good before, but now he doesn't have any of that because he only knows what she has shown him. It's crazy.
And also Agnes, going back to Agnes, when the babies were crying, when they were the infants, and she came in and she said, I'm going to help out. And she was doing things that weren't very conventional things to help as an auntie.
Yes.
Come on, you have to get the liquor out.
The alcohol.
I've heard that with gum, it's supposed to help and stuff, but all the bad stuff she was doing.
Yeah, and Wanda was approving of it, where Vision was like, is that really
he
what
was
you would
really
do?
Yeah.
You know,
questioning
really,
it,
you would just allow this woman to do these things.
Yeah, that's true.
In front of you, and she's like, oh, yes, everything is fine. And then that's when probably a little part of her conscience said, no, I'm going to make them 5 years old now.
Yeah, maybe.
That's right.
Because right when she turned around, they were gone, and Agnes is like all casual about it, just leaning on the counter.
Still drinking.
Like,
That's right,
you know? I like the cheesy quotes that they have too. So this was a great mix going back and forth, because it was way more interesting now that we kind of know what's going on, and we go back to the sitcom, and I felt my adrenaline going and the suspensefulness of it all, where I'm like, oh God, so what's going to happen next? Like, how is this going to integrate to the real world? And so I love the mix now. It's more fun this way. And I'm like, oh my God.
Definitely, especially when she gets out of Westview and just is like to the director, this is your first warning. This is your last warning. That's it. Because she can demolish everybody if you get that
I was scared.
Going.
She's so like Jean Grey there, where I was like, I mean, because I loved Jean before she went crazy, but I like having all that power and I mean, she has some bad crap happen to her, and this is the way that she copes, which isn't good because, again, she's controlling a bunch of people against their will. So, again, she has control, from what we know, of this whole place, this whole town. So many people missing and under her control. And then when she goes into the present time, it's like, yes, okay, we know that she has that power, and then she uses it again, but more like a superpower where we actually see the red glow take over their faces, and immediately they react and do what she wants. Like, and that was like, oh, it could happen anywhere, not just in her town, but she could do it at any time. So it was really freaky, and I really thought she was going to kill that guy. I'm glad she didn't, but that also makes me think that she still is good inside, of course, and she's just warning them. So she's also bluffing again to be like, this is how dangerous I am, but she didn't actually kill the guy to be like, see, this is going to be you, because she could have gone that far to really get her point across.
And she's also telling everyone that I trust Monica over the director. So they're going to have to change their point of view on how to get to her through Monica.
Yeah.
Because she's the more positive note.
Yeah, and she had good points, too, because she's like, there's a reason why you're letting me do all this stuff and get close to your kids, help you give birth, stuff like that. So there's some inkling of Wanda in there maybe calling for help. So now my theory is, even though Wanda has some control or most control over this place, I mean, she's in denial, too, so I know it's a sickness and, you know, she's really heartbroken and stuff, but I really think there's a bigger person at play or something at play where I think now Wanda is actually protecting these people. Like, yes, it's her like dream, but I feel like someone's controlling her to make this happen, you know, and she's actually protecting people because she has to keep it going but doesn't fully understand why. So I just feel like there has to be more. Like, it's not just her doing this.
Because she was really listening to Vision too, saying, you know, when he's questioning her, why aren't there children? Why isn't this? Why are you? And she's like, no. And then the doorbell rings and she's like, that's not me. And then she's looking. Yeah, exactly. Like, that's what made me think. Is it me? Is it really me? I don't know. Is someone doing this to me?
And I really thought Agnes was going to show up at that moment. And I'm like, yeah, so she has to be in control.
So she might be the controlling one, yeah.
But how cool was it to see Quicksilver? So I got really excited. And we love both Quicksilvers. So Quicksilver's one character, but X-Men, the one that we watched with the one that they showed in this one. Sorry, I don't remember his name. But he was from X-Men. So we loved that whole like montage they did when he was super fast. He had the fun music and he's messing with everybody. So the other actor who did the MCU Quicksilver, I know X-Men wasn't part of the Marvel, or they are, but they weren't like owned by Disney or something. They were owned by someone else. So both parties were just different. So now I love, like, this is a cool way to introduce him to the MCU. Because, again, he is technically her brother, but it was just a different actor because he had different copyrights for, you know, different versions. Isn't that crazy?
Hey, it's mine.
And how did he come to be? So that's a big question, too. So Quicksilver's back.
Yeah, he's back. And
wow.
Not only that, I mean, Vision's there. The kids were saying, well, why can't you do that, Mommy? Why can't you bring back the dead? And
maybe she's not the one doing it. Maybe she took Vision, because everything's so in front of us, it's so obvious that I'm like, maybe we did see she took Vision's body. I keep wincing because I keep thinking of these like horrific messed up things that are happening, right? So it's his dead body probably going around, and he was resurrected, right? So to what point we don't know, because we're just seeing her actual fake reality. And now that her brother's back, is that a dead body someone like dug up too? I mean, if you really think about it. So
and also the dog dies. Agnes finds the dead dog. She's holding him. She's already wrapped him, saying that he ate some azalea leaves. I don't know if dogs die from azalea leaves, but anyway, that's beside the point. But maybe Agnes had control of the dog passing and some kind of bridge to get to Petro.
Oh, that's a cool idea. I don't know. That's a good idea. Yeah. Because I'm like, I was thinking that too, because I'm like, Agnes has a dead dog. Like, that's the darkest thing we saw in a sitcom yet. Again, later on in sitcoms, yes, you have harder things that they talk about, and death is a huge one. But for her to actually find the dog and wrap it up right away, I'm like, did something else happen that she's trying to hide? Maybe she caused it, or maybe her powers, if she's in control with Wanda, who doesn't know maybe, or someone else, and maybe she's trying to hide the dog because something bad happened that she was involved with, and so she's trying to act like, oh, it's just part of life. And because why would you just, I mean, like, yes, you don't want your kids to see a dead dog, you don't want your neighbor's kids to see a dead dog.
No, of course not. Yeah.
But just to wrap it up, I'm like, is there something worse going on there? Is it like mangled
because we actually didn't see the dead dog neither. Maybe it's
it was wrapped up
underneath there. You don't know.
Oh, it might not even be underneath, maybe. Yeah, I don't know. A lot of questions, guys. But let us know what you think of this episode, because honestly, what did you guys think, first of all? I'm asking the fans, of course, and I'm asking you guys. Did you like this one?
Yeah, this is really something else.
I did. I really think Agnes has a big part, and I really think that Vision is somehow really Wanda's conscience coming out through him.
Oh, maybe.
Really questioning
wake
her,
up, saying, you know, is this really what you want? Is this? So
yeah,
I think we're going to see more with Agnes, Vision, and Monica. Absolutely.
I think so too.
I think so too. Yeah.
You know, when it comes down to it, I think, which will be sad to see because we've just seen like a happy romance going on. But when reality really starts hitting like it is now, I think Vision and Wanda are going to have to go against each other. Because Vision has always been for life and people and stuff like that. And Wanda's losing it if it is just her.
Yes.
And he's going to have to be the literal, like, yeah, you can't do this to people, you know, because he was getting really upset about that. So even though he might be a new version of Vision, because I can't see, like, how he's going to survive this or whatever, but he's still part of Vision. So I think he, of course, will do the right thing. And I think he's going to have to, hopefully not take her out, or she might have to take him out, and then maybe that will set her back to reality, but I think that'll make her more crazy. But the kids I keep going back to too, because if those are actually her kids, what's going to happen after this? If they keep growing up, they're going to be older than her, and then they're going to eventually die. What? There's so many questions. So many questions. Yeah, very cool.
Yeah, and I think that Vision is probably going to try to reach out to Sword at some point. Yeah. However, you know, if he's at work through the computer.
And that's a good point, too, because honestly, now that technology is advancing, I love that old school technology.
Yes.
Like, oh, my God, no, not that. It's terrible.
Do I need a stamp?
Immediately when that goes on, it's like a connection to the outside world. So they're hearing about the radiation and everything going on with the shield. So I think that's going to also advance, and maybe even cell phones next time or something where like they can start communicating that way, and Vision's definitely going to use that. So thank goodness he can still use his powers in this alternate reality.
Yes.
So that's good.
And he wasn't afraid to, when he got really ticked off, just before Quicksilver came in.
He flew,
they raised up. And they
were ready, So it's like, oh, God. They're both super powerful. That's, again, I want to go back to the Marvel shows or Marvel movies and watch those again, because, like, they're so powerful and fun to watch. And I'm like, holy crap. And you almost forget watching
your typical marriage stat.
Yeah. So it's like, this house is not going to survive. This town's not going to survive. But, yeah, crazy. Can't wait to watch more, guys. Very good show. Like, the build-up is fun, and it's such a unique, creative way to do this. I really applaud this, because I've never seen anything like this before. You kind of judge it and question it a lot the first 3 episodes, and again, you just kind of enjoy it, go with the flow, and if you know those old shows are fun. And I kind of like knew some things from them, so I thought they were entertaining. But then I was like, all right, by the 3rd one, it got a little old, and I was hoping it would be more involved. And the 4th one really just like sets it in, and it's just fun. Yeah, it's a fun ride after that. But very cool. My Vision. Sorry, I never brought him in. I'm like, why did I bring Vision into Disney Infinity? Sorry, Kim. And continue.
I want to say that it looks like as we go, okay, we're going up in the decades on the sitcoms. So now we're in the 80s now.
80s, yes.
So we've got 90s, 20s. So we've got a few more episodes. So I'm wondering at the end if that's when she's going to be in real time.
Yeah.
You would think so.
Like we're the 80s now, so.
Yeah, maybe. That's actually a good theory too. I kind of wonder that too. And I think that Sword's going to keep sending things in to kind of bring her back out. But that was a scary threat, so I don't know what they're going to do next, because she might actually, I mean, I don't know what you guys think, and it's really questionable, but do you think she will take action next time?
I think she will. I think we have to kick out the director's point of view. He can't go that route. You can't be aggressive and have a drone and like shooting at her.
Yeah.
you know, like Monica said, I had no idea that that was going to happen. And she was right. She had no idea. So they can't take that approach. They take that approach. They have to be a lot more ginger with it. And they have to be more secretive and go around.
Yeah.
You know.
I didn't expect that. But I get he's trying to do the military thing where he's trying to protect everyone, take out the danger, but you don't know the situation at all. Yeah. And I know that Monica said it's all Wanda, but it doesn't. And she had good points too, where she's saying like, well, it might not be fully Wanda, or that whole thing that she was talking about. Like, she tried to protect me when she threw me out and I went all the way across town, you know. And it's true. Like, I'm like, she didn't break her back or anything. So Wanda protected her when she got out of there, when she exiled her. So yeah, I don't think Wanda would, if she was attacked, I think she would hurt people and maybe even kill people. But there has to be a different way about it. And I really think Wanda, even though she is kind of like the villain in this, I think there's more at play we don't understand. So I feel like she also doesn't have full power and doesn't understand what's going on to a certain extent. So very good. And not very good with that, but very good episode. And I'm happy because I have all my Disney Infinity characters and I have them all bunched up on my shelf over here. And I'm just like, oh my God, I have Vision. I have to bring him over.
See that?
There's no Maximoff, though. I don't think there was anyways. I think I have all the characters. But anywho, guys, love you guys. Thank you so much for watching. Please subscribe. Let us know what you thought of this episode. Check out our Patreon to see the next episode early. And we'll see you very soon as always. Bye, guys.
Bye.